Miners, and I am an artist from outside of Chicago. My most recent body of work was revisiting Rockwell, and it's taking Norman Rockwell paintings and recontextualizing them to represent current issues in society. And all of the work I generally do within my art practice goes along the lines of deconstructing American culture and reconstructing iconography and the culture through my perspective. So initially, the first one I did was the tattoo artist, and it just seemed like the least controversial and the easiest to do. And I was fooled by the easiness of it. I'm not a very technical photographer, and so I ended up relying a lot on other people to help me with some of the editing and the lighting and things like that. But over time, I began to pick up those skills. So I started with the tattoo artist, and then the shoots just started getting more and more complicated with set design and props and more people, and the lighting was difficult in some of them. So as I went on, I shifted from calling myself a photographer to an artist, because the last two images I took, which was the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion, I didn't even touch a camera. I was part of the post-processing. I casted them, I styled them, and I was there for the whole thing, but I really just directed it and produced it. It's really nice to have that flexibility now. I mean, something I'm working on now, I shouldn't say that. I mean, having that permission to get out of one medium and to experiment with others. And I think the word photographer has so many different meanings today. And you could photograph weddings or family pictures or landscapes or adventure. And it's such a big word that the work I was doing didn't necessarily fit into what someone might commonly think of as a photographer. So it's just easier to say I'm an artist. So the final piece was I actually hired an actor to be the gentleman making the speech, whatever he was doing in the original painting. And I found people from my own life to represent the community around him, and I purposely used people that were culturally diverse, which is the opposite of what Rockwell was doing. And we had to individually photograph each person and then composite it in post-production to create the same sort of imagery that's in the original painting. Because the camera and the painting, it's very different perspectives, and it's very challenging to get all those people in one screen, even using a full frame and all of that. So the photographer on that particular image shot everyone individually while I was directing, and there was a real community aspect to it, and people bonded over the experience, and I think they were really excited to be part of something fairly important and to be part of a conversation that I'm hoping people will have as a result of seeing this work here or online or at another exhibition. Well, I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to bring my work here to Bloomington and to the McLean Art Center. I've been lucky to be able to take this to more rural places, and the conversation has just been so invaluable. And I feel like the work is really accessible, and even if one is not that interested in art, there's enough to draw people in. So it's really I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to be here. So thank you very much for that.